block to the spot and start a rock show. We start a rock show. We bring the block to the spot and start a rock show. DMV squad, we all hot, bro. We bring the block to the spot and start a rock show. We start a rock show. We bring the block to the spot and start a rock show.
BUTV, what's going on out there, man? Got my man Roz Mula out here today.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, we out here, man. We trying some new news. We gonna do some news today, man, and it's a lot of things going on out there, man. Battle rap communities, just rapping, music, everything. So first I want to give a shout out to my co-owner, one of my co-owners, you know, really big shout out to Kelz, OSBL. I mean, she owns OSBLs.
That's a fact.
So and
big OSBL shit.
She definitely is now a scout for URL and the Crucibles and everything like that. So congratulations to you.
Big congrats, sis. Big congrats.
That's
doing
right.
big things, but doing big things in a short amount of time too. So I definitely gotta
respect that.
Point that, yeah, and respect
exactly.
that shit. That's real shit right there. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, she definitely deserves it. Like Kelz has been doing this for a while, you know, and she definitely came up under, you know, another group, but she definitely blossomed into her own thing, and I love it. I love to see, you know, especially black women do stuff like that, and to be a black woman in the battle rap world, and then to have the power and the pull that she does, it says a lot about her character. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, she's a woman and is dominated by men. You know, so
in a male-dominated sport, a woman is kicking ass, and you know that's something that I really respect about Kelz too. Like she really, like you said, she came in the game. It's not like she was brand new. She was under a different umbrella. You know, so she already had experience, but then when she branched out on her own, started OSBL, like in a short amount of time, she's garnered a lot of respect in the DMV, you know, to put her to where she's at right now, to where she's a scout for the URL, the Ultimate Rap League, where, you know, everybody wants to at least grace that stage at least one time, you know what I'm saying? So
facts.
Big respects, you know what I'm saying? You earned it. You
definitely earned it. And get your ass an assistant, because you're going to need it.
Yeah, you're going to need it now.
They're going to be hitting you up left and right. They're already hitting you up anyway. They're going to hit you left and right. But, man, congratulations to Kelz, man. We're gonna be doing big things, man. Y'all definitely check that out. Definitely. Go subscribe to Wing Team Radio. Go subscribe to Our Society Battle League. Subscribe here, BUTV. You know, just subscribe everywhere, man. Stay up with us. We definitely gonna
follow me on social media. Instagram, YouTube, fucking Facebook, everything. ROZMULA, Roz Mula. Shit. Shout out Wing Team. Wing Team, you know what I'm saying? OSBL, big OSBL shit, KMM.
Colors.
Fucking, we got the Colors apparel. Follow them on Instagram as well. Shit, hit me up on Twitter. Same thing, ROZMULA. Shit.
All right, Billionaire Mindset _KS. I'm gonna put it. It's gonna be right there at the bottom of the screen, right there, like right there.
Oh
yeah, somewhere. It's gonna be over there. You gonna see it. Don't worry.
You gonna see it. You definitely gonna see it.
Yeah, man. But I want to say some. Case a couple people didn't know this week. Fred the Godson, not a battle rapper, but he's definitely heavy in the rap community. So there's a lot of battle rappers who know Fred the God because he has come to battles. Like he's been a part. So he's definitely he was a huge talent, but he definitely lost his life recently to the COVID-19. I'm just gonna say rest in peace to Fred the God. You're definitely one of the greatest lyricists ever. Period. Seriously, like I've always rocked with you, man. Like ever since I heard you for the first time, man. But I remember watching him 2 weeks ago on, I think it was Facebook or IG Live or something. He had his respirator mask on. He was talking about, you know, pray for him, stuff like that. So to see that post where they saying that he died, that was very heartbreaking for me because it was like, man, I was just talking to my friend about, like, look, Fred the God got, you know, the COVID, like, we gotta pray for him, man. This is crazy, this is real, it's really real out here, and yeah, man, like, y'all just gotta stay safe out there, man. But rest in peace to Fred the God, man. You will be missed. You
definitely will. And you know, another interesting story, actually, like my man was about to do a song with him. like just recently, like he had hit him up. You know, they was getting the song situation, getting together, picking out the beats and all that type stuff.
Right.
Then he was in the hospital. So, you know, it's just you know, like, life's too short, you know what I'm saying? So the way that happened is just to talk about it, is just like to really, you know, see something like that happen, you know, it's just like, you know, it makes you really think about some things. So even the first time I ever heard about Fred the Godson is like, I think it's like when Lil Kim signed him.
Right.
Like, that's the first time, and you know, just cause like I'm a big Lil Kim fan.
Yep, me too.
You know what I'm saying? So when I heard like, oh, that was her artist, you know, I definitely checked him out, and like, dude's dope. So
yeah,
you know, to lose somebody like that, you know, the way that it happened is just, it's sad. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace, man.
It is sad. He was a very great talent. I know he wrote for people, and I know he had his little issues with asthma and stuff like that. So he had a little preconditions and stuff, but so yeah, man, you got to be careful out here. Like this thing is very serious. I got to take it very seriously. I know I don't take it as serious as I should, but definitely take it serious. Wash your hands.
Definitely.
Because the thing is, like with me, I've never been the type to really go around people like that anyway, or even when I'm in public, I don't really speak to people in their face. I don't really shake hands. I don't shake hands. Like, I don't really touch doors. Like a lot of this stuff that we say we not supposed to be doing, I wasn't really doing it anyway.
And that's a funny thing too with the social distancing. Like I'm an introvert, so like for the most part, I'm usually quiet, kept to myself. Like I'm a homebody. I like to stay inside. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll go outside when I feel the need to, but you know, more or less everything that they telling us. Then you know, I worked in a hospital before, so washing hands is like, you know, y'all should be washing your hands anyway. It shouldn't be because, you know, this is happening that niggas want to finally wash their hands. Like, come on, man.
Right.
Like,
that's the craziest part.
That's crazy. Like, everybody's like, washing hands, man. You should have been washing your hands.
Right.
Like,
what were you doing all your life?
What was you doing? You was living life all wrong. You was doing it wrong. So, like, yeah, man.
People wild, man. But, I mean, unfortunately, that's not the only way you can get it, you know. People can get it from somebody else touching you or being in your face, or somebody go out and they catch you, and then they may not necessarily, their body might can handle it, but yours can't, and they touch you and they in your face. Like, it's a whole lot of stuff, man. So it's definitely going to change the world from here on out. And like, now that we lost Fred the God, for me that hit home a little harder than any other thing. So I am going to take it more seriously. I am going to be more cautious. I'm already cautious, but I'm going to be extremely cautious now of like who I talk to, who I go around, just stuff like that. Cause I got a lot to lose, and I'm not trying to lose that, you know. So we got kids out here, man. Like they want to see me live a life. So I ain't trying to lose my life to the coronavirus. That's just.
No, I ain't going out like that.
That's tough, man. That is tough.
I ain't going out like that.
But man, rest in peace to Fred the God, for real, man.
Yeah, let's have like a moment of silence.
Moment of silence. Alright. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace,
man.
All right, so what else we got new on the books right now, man? What we going to talk about? You know, battle rap stuff going on, man.
Yeah, you know, Twork and Shine battling today.
Twork and Shine's battling right now.
Right now.
Right now. Caffeine. If you watching it, yeah, I'm gonna do a recap on that thing. We're gonna do a recap. We should definitely do a recap of it. And I'm definitely trying to see it, man. Seriously.
Yeah, April 24th, 8 p.m. on Caffeine.
Right.
They battling. That's today. Today. This not, you know, when they come out, you'll know that it was today, but they battling right now. So, what's your take on that, man? What's it like?
I feel like.
How do you feel like?
You know, I'm gonna go with K Shine on this. Honestly, I'm gonna go with K Shine because K Shine had something to prove. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had something to prove after that T-Rex situation. After the T-Rex situation, it just pushed him to a whole new level. You know what I mean? When he got with NWX, you know, he went to a whole new level. And ever since he been with them, he hasn't really lost. You can't really say he's lost too many battles.
I was gonna say that too.
I'm gonna go with the short bet. Just how when Twork battled Geechee Gotti, I said I gotta go with Geechee because Geechee has always been more consistent. I love Twork, man, I really do, but
consistency will do it to you. Like that's the thing too. Like K-Shine, like some people make arguments that he's arguably has went like maybe 2 or more years, 1 or 2 or more years undefeated. You know what I'm saying?
That's arguably, but
like that's what I said. Arguably, like
I can argue that point, but
I'm
we're
not
here
one
to talk
of those
about
people.
that.
But I feel like he's won a lot of his battles.
Yeah, for sure.
He's consistent. He shows up every time.
For sure.
With this battle, you know, I have my own gripes about it.
Okay.
You know, it's a great, like the situation and the predicament we're in. It's a great battle. You know what I'm saying? Two stars going head to head. You know, it's a great battle. You know,
it's gonna be
for what it is. What I would have preferred to see is them do this on the stage.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, we can't do that right now. But yeah, you know, I feel you. Yeah,
due to the circumstances at hand, I would have preferred that it be more on the stage because I don't know. You know, I don't know how captivating both of them can be because they're both like high energy rappers. You know what I'm saying? And they both can rap. So it's the crowd control and all that stuff is not there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know, you don't have everybody going along with the strap then. You know what I'm saying? It's just you saying it in front of the camera or with K-Shine if he says a fire bar, you know what I'm saying, and he brings it back a few, you know, you don't have that those and I would say like motivational moments or the like continuous motion, like it makes you like it hypes you up even more when you know the crowd is saying it with you and you're hearing it and it makes an impact.
That's true.
So when you take that away, you're just listening to bars.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
so you feel like because the crowd isn't there, they're not gonna turn up as much.
I wouldn't say that they wouldn't turn up as much. It's hard to. I say it would make it harder to declare a victor for my sense because it's like they both can write. They're both like skilled writers. They both can write, you know. But some of the things that they do that make them win battles, they no longer can do because they don't have like crowd participation. You know what I'm saying? Like example, like if Hitman Holla was in a quarantine battle battling John, and he said, "You heard that? I ain't even rhymed yet, and I'm teaching them how to control the room."
Right.
It wouldn't hit as hard.
Right.
I feel like it wouldn't hit as hard over video.
Right. Yeah.
But when you there, it makes it that much more effective, and I feel like some of their effectiveness or some of their traits won't be shined upon to make you give somebody. It'll just make it harder to call it battles. What I want to say.
Okay. I mean, I think like you said, it's just going to come down to lyrics. That's all it's going to come down to. I mean, and consistency. Yeah, consistency. And those are two things that I feel like K-Shine has going for him. Because I will have to say that I if I have to place a bet, I'm going to go with K-Shine because he's more consistent. If they do 3 rounds, I know he's going to have 3 rounds. If they do 1 round, I feel like he'll have a long enough round. You know, like he'll just do those technicalities that'll help you win the battle. You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah. But if you get a fully prepared Twork and a fully prepared K-Shine over video, it's going to be a lot harder to call. It's going to go down to like who. Like I said, lyrics, because they're both like street rappers. You know what I'm saying? They're both talking about the same thing. It's not like, you know, good and evil or intricate and not intricate. They're both on the same level, same plateau, same energy level. Talk about the same thing. So it's just like who's going to do it better. I feel you.
You know.
I feel you. I feel like I that's fine for me. Like I feel like that right there is the essence of battle rap. For me, it started off lyrics. How many, like when Smack started, they was doing 5 rounds, 7 rounds, 10. Like
They had
people
the timer.
were rapping. You know what I'm saying?
They had the timer.
It wasn't about all the antics and about all the other stuff and the crowd. Like niggas didn't care about no crowd control or no crowd anything. They wasn't worried about that. They was out there just rapping. When you saw Murder Mook and Jay Mills battle, like they wasn't worried about the crowd for real.
Nah, they was trying to prove who had the better lyrics.
Exactly, they didn't care about that. So for me, that's just what it is. You know, it's like the new era of battle rap is so different, as we spoke about it earlier. It's so different because now it's a lot more about the antics and about the entertainment factor behind it. You know, so if you're not entertaining, if you just spitting lyrics, you're not really being seen like the Danny Myers and JC's. Like you're not really being seen the way a Twork, you know what I'm saying, is out there being seen. The John. Like even though they're lyrical in their own way, you know, they're not considered like Danny Myers, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody you consider a godly pen, like something like that.
I'm hip.
But they don't need it, you know what I'm saying? So, but I see what you're saying. So in this aspect, since it is just about the lyrics, can they pull it off? I feel like they will. I feel like it's going to be a good battle.
That's why I say it's
a
great battle for this situation, because it's like if they both come prepared, they're both more or less the same categories that they rap about. It's going to come down to just who wants it more, who's going to be more consistent, who did all the little technicalities to make sure that they win. You know, because it could come down to, oh well, this person choked in their round, or you know, they whatever, because we don't have that entertainment value. I mean, it's still going to be entertaining, but you know, like we're talking about, like, you know, where the antics or whatever and all that type of stuff, like, you know, like the certain things like that you can get away with, like the Hitman Holla thing, like I said, that you can get away with that when you're in a room and people are participating in what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Right. But when you don't have that and it's just you, like the only thing you could rely on is your lyrics. So it might go down to the wire, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna say toss up, but I'm sticking to K-Shine winning because he's more consistent. He's you just don't want to play around with that man. You don't. You know what I'm saying? Like
that man is dangerous.
Like
man.
He's dangerous. That's why I wish this was on the main stage. Like
in the building.
Yeah. You gotta come with all three of them things. You can't come in there and play with that man. And like I said, I feel like on stage it would have been something. It would have been different.
I feel you. It definitely would have been different.
Like it could be different, very different.
If we just talking about quarantine battles right now, like just all the other quarantine battles, like with Cortez and 40 Cal, like you know, that one right there was a little bit, that was entertaining on 40 Cal's part because like he added the extra stuff in it, you know,
all the video editing
and stuff in it, which it made it funny, you know. And then you actually got the references. If you didn't get the references before, he played them out, so
he
you
had
can
visuals
get them.
for you.
Yeah, exactly. So the visuals really came into play. So that was really good for 40 Cal. You know what I'm saying? Especially somebody just coming into battle rap again. You know, so. But I feel like this whole quarantine thing is really making the world change. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like it's making everybody battle now. You know what? Not just Twork and K-Shine, like everybody's battling now. You got DJs battling, you got R&B artists battling. Like Babyface and Teddy Riley just had a legendary battle on IG. They broke the internet.
Is it safe to say that battle rap it is, I wouldn't say it's becoming mainstream or becoming pop like, but like the essence of battling, the essence of competition, the you good and I'm good too, and let's put shit to the test and see who comes out the victor. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go with yes. I'm gonna go with battle rap is pop like now. Battle rap is the new is the era. It's the new era. It's definitely the new wave. It is what it is because people are always like now. People are, like I said, people are battling all the time now. Like it is what it is. Like that's just what It's entertaining. That's what people want to see. And that's why battle rap is what it is. And that just goes to show you the strength of battle rap. It just has now affected the entire world because everybody wants to battle in some way, shape, or form. And that to me is a huge deal. Because I've always been a fan.
I feel like
I used to buy the DVDs of battle rap back then. Bring them back to the home. Bring them back to my house. DVDs. Smack DVDs, Fight Club DVDs. We used to sit back and just watch them. Sam Scar, like we used to watch all of them. So I'm telling you, like we used to sit back. French Montana was battle rapping, Remy Ma, all those people battle rap, man. So it's like if you weren't battle rapping back then and you weren't tested back then, how could you really know if your pen was elite? Elite, you know what I mean? But that's when penmanship actually mattered. Yeah, you know. But like I said, today's battle rap world has just changed. Everything is just different. Yeah. But battle rap is so powerful that it has changed the world to me. So when you see people on IG battling, they didn't get where you think they get the idea from. That's what I'm saying.
I definitely agree with that because I don't know who was sitting back. It was just like, my beats are better than your beats.
Exactly.
Alright, let's do it. You know,
never been discussed before.
I feel like
it was a discussion before. Like people be like, oh, remember when Timberland and Jermaine Dupri was out? Everybody's like, oh, who's the better producer at this time? Timberland or Jermaine Dupri? Like back then, that's what people were talking about. Yeah. But for people to actually do it,
now they're actually doing
that's battle rap. That's coming from battle rap.
I feel like with the popularization of battle rap, like people, and it's like we're not just getting like your average Joe Schmoes, you know what I'm saying? We're getting legends, you know what I'm saying? Like Manny Fresh and Scott Storch, you know what I'm saying? Like we're getting
rest in peace to Manny Fresh because he did, he did good. He did good.
Look, this
Scott.
Look, this is what I'm gonna say, right? So look, if I were to be a producer,
Scott Storch, boy,
I'm gonna tell you right now, if I were to be a producer, I would want to be like Scott Storch.
The diversity,
because the diversity is crazy,
it's
right?
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
But at the same time, like Manny Fresh had, like, man, he has his own moment in time. Like the Hot Boys, Lil Wayne, Carter One, like he had Juvenile. You know what I'm saying? Like he single-handedly uplifted Cash
Money.
Was it Cash? Yeah, Cash Money Records.
Right.
He was like the in-house producer. He produced for everybody, you know.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Facts.
for everybody.
Scott Storch definitely, he definitely did that. So, like, battle rap has definitely changed a lot of things, and I feel like it's going to continue to change.
Yeah, it's inspiring.
And people are going to continue to do more and more stuff like this when it comes to battling, because we got no choice right now, right? You know what I mean? But it is good for the culture. It's good for people to put up their resumes, to even risk putting up their resumes against somebody else, you know what I mean? And then being like, oh, well, I'm better than you. I was better. I told you I was better than you. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
But you know what? With the battles, though, it's like, with those, like, the IG battles, they really weren't, I wouldn't say they was, like, shitting on each other. Like, it's like, they were saying, I'm better than you, this, but it's like, they congratulated each other. They were like, "Yo, man, you know, like, man, you did that."
And I'm glad they made
it
into a more positive situation.
Yeah, it was a more positive. Yeah,
I'm glad they did that because it made it
from
more.
all the battles that I seen, it seemed like they were like, even though they were in competition, it was always good sportsmanship.
Right.
Like it was like, yo, man, you outdid yourself on this one, man.
Even when,
man, but I got this. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, that shit was trash, nigga.
Right.
Here's my song. You know what I'm saying?
Even when New Jersey Twork and Geechee Gotti.
Oh yeah, when they did that shit too.
It was fire.
They was bigging each other up. I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? They was like, man, when I heard that, bro, like, oh shit,
right, that was wild.
Hold on, I got something for you.
Who won that?
Know, I want to look. I ain't watch all of it, right? So
Who won that?
So when I was watching it, when I was first watching it, they was just going through like their big moments. They didn't do like their rounds. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just watched like the big moments. You know what I'm saying? And then I had got off, you know, I had, you know, whatever. I had
right.
I had things to do.
Everybody, you know,
but,
not
too
too many people gonna watch the entire.
You know, I thought somebody would have screen recorded it, put it up on YouTube. I thought I was gonna catch it later or something like that. But when they started getting into the rounds, I wasn't on there. I actually jumped on. I was on Taste Mother Live. They was going back. they was doing R&B battles. They was playing back-to-back joints. But like as far as from what I seen, as far as moments go. Man, Twork got a lot of moments.
Twork won it to me. I feel like Twork won it.
You know, from what I saw for the moments, like, you know, I can never hate on that man. You know what I'm saying? Like he
shook the world with some stuff.
He's done some stuff, knowing that it's gonna leave an impact and an impression for forever. So it's like, you know, like I think it's like for example, right before he battled Averb. Somebody was like, I think niggas was talking about like removing his hoodie and shit like that. Niggas was like posting pictures of him and his hairline and shit like that, right?
Right.
And he took that, right?
right.
He took that, embodied it, shaved his head, made a bar about it. Man, with the hoodie down and like took off his hoodie. Off his like moments like that when everybody knows you for one thing and then you do the complete opposite. Like
when Ace Amin's hairline. Ball.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
And he pulled off his do-rag and this nigga got a whole head of hair. Like it's shit like
crazy.
that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you gotta be a student of the game.
Yeah.
To understand shit like that. You know what I'm saying? To see shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It was one point in time niggas only knew Twork for wearing Timbs. You know what I'm saying? Like. So it's like even so when he got on Swamp about the single soul joints and then Swamp said it against Ace, it's like to me it hit so much harder because I'm like, yo, all Twork wear was Timbs, bro. Since I met this nigga, man, he got like every color Tim.
Not a single soul.
So it's like for him to be going on him, I was like, I know he's the only nigga that's gonna notice that it's a single soul Tim. Because he wears Timbs, my nigga. That nigga wears Timbs religiously, you know what I'm saying? So, like, to be honest, man, it is a beautiful thing, man. Like, I feel like battle rap is definitely inspiring a lot of aspects of hip hop. What I would like to see is like more battles, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like Chris Brown go against somebody.
Hold up.
Hold up. What's up?
Nobody can go against Chris Brown.
I just want to see it.
No, who can go against Chris Brown though?
I just want to see it. It all depends.
Who?
It all depends.
Nobody. The thing about Chris Brown's catalog is so huge. He's going to demolish whoever he goes against.
My thing is like this: in the male genre, right? Chris Brown at the age that he came in. And nobody's there hanging with him. Like we had Sammy, we had a couple little niggas, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know what I'm saying? If Omarion's resume was a little bit better, I could possibly say him. But you know,
Omarion would probably hang for about 3 rounds.
You know, but I don't know.
There. Like he got the O.
I feel like
I don't know about it.
I feel like Chris kind of like in the class of his own. To challenge him, he'd have to go against like a.
He got to go against a legend.
Like a Rihanna.
He would have to go against
He'd have to go like a woman or something like that.
I would do Chris Brown and Beyonce.
Chris Brown gonna get smoked.
Maybe.
He gonna, alright, let me take back Smoke.
Nah, I ain't gonna say
lose.
Smoke.
He gonna lose.
I ain't gonna say he gonna lose. Chris Brown got too many songs, man. That's the thing.
Yeah, he got too many songs, but not all of them are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and just to up the ante, let's use Beyonce's Destiny Child songs too. Then you know. Alright,
now you're cheap. That's just cheap.
You know, if we throw that in there, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I feel like that's cheap. I think, speaking about the battle stuff, I'm gonna say this. I was just talking about this. I was gonna say, if these two people were alive, which would have been a great IG battle, Michael Jackson and Prince. That would have been a crazy battle. And I feel like a lot of people, it would have did Prince justice, because I feel like a lot of people don't know Prince's music like that. I feel like a lot of people don't know his music, and so they don't give him the respect that he really deserves, because that man is very talented, both for a lot of people. But like I tell people all the time, man, don't disrespect Michael Jackson in front of me, because then we gonna have an issue. But Michael Jackson would definitely beat Prince to me. But I feel like that would have been a great one if R. Kelly wasn't who he was. And I feel like if Tank wasn't who he was, that would have been a good one too.
R. Kelly, Chris Brown. You got Chris winning? R. Kelly, Chris Brown?
You can't go against the king, man.
No, look.
I'm sorry.
See, all right,
R.
so
Kelly
look.
gonna put him in a bag. You can't go against the king, man.
All right, thank you. That's
the king of R&B.
Look, that's just what I wanted to hear. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying though. Chris Brown will only be able to compete with somebody like that.
Yeah, because like I said, he's in a class of his own. It's nobody like in his age range.
Trey Songz will get killed.
He gonna smoke songs.
Tory Lanez, no. I don't know.
Tory Lanez don't got enough of a catalog.
Nope. Nah, I don't.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's
Usher,
not too many people.
What about Usher? What about Chris Brown and Usher?
But look, like, it's what you said. He'd have to verse somebody like that, because Usher is not in his age range. Like, I
but he
go
would
by
still
like
have to do Usher though.
Yeah,
what do you think? Who would win that one?
I got Usher. I
you don't even know.
I got the you going.
It's hard to say. Right?
It's definitely hard to say. My thing is just like, look, there's like,
because it's not just about the hits; it's about the impact that the music had when it was out. You know, so that's the thing too. If you take the impact of Usher, I just feel like Usher would win. He was probably the only person that could beat Chris Brown, honestly.
I mean, to be honest, Chris Brown got a lot of songs, and he got like some good hits and stuff, but like as far as impact, like, this is my thing, right? When he made that With You song, like, that song was about to transcend him. It was transcending him into like being an ultimate pop star. He ain't have no tattoos, he ain't have nothing. He was like the black Justin Bieber with that song. Like, that song, like, white people were singing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was when he was supposed to transition and start making those deep impact songs, because that's the one song that I would say that made like a big impact for Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't Give Me That, it wasn't all these other records that he was making, or Wall to Wall or anything like. I mean, that was after that, but it's like, then the Rihanna situation happened. So with that happening, it ruined his name. You can't be talking about with you and you going through what you was going through. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it like tarnished his name. And then we see the tattoos, we hear the Deuces, we hear all these type of songs, and it's like those are still good records. They're you know, and he has hits after that, and he survived something so catastrophic that we could still speak about him in like a good light. Like, he's still up there. But
music speaks for itself.
But he missed that train. That With You was gonna be that even Usher wouldn't be able to fuck with him had that Rihanna shit not happen, because he would have been smoking Justin Bieber too. I'm trying to tell you.
That's a whole other story.
He would have been smoking Justin Bieber.
I feel some way about Justin Bieber. You know.
Like,
Justin Bieber definitely has a lot of music too.
He definitely do. I mean,
but a lot of good songs, a lot of great songs too.
You know who got Justin Bieber, right?
Who can beat Justin Bieber?
I said, no, not like got, like, you know who he was signed to, who brought him into the fold, right?
Was it Babyface?
I thought it was Usher.
Oh, it was Usher. You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm tripping. Yeah.
I thought it was Usher.
It was one of them Babyface looking motherfuckers.
He heard the talent. He knew the talent. He seen the vision, and he brought him in. And
right.
He had an illustrious career.
He definitely did. But he got away from Usher.
And then you seen what happened to him. You seen the tattoos. You seen how he looking now, and
Oh, he different now.
Biebs ain't been the same.
I mean, he different now, so he be chilling now. So I give him that. Yeah. But that'll be a good one. Probably Chris Brown and Justin Bieber would be a good one.
Yeah, I think that'd be a. Who you got on that one?
I can't call it, man. That's. I think that's gonna go to song placement for me. Like, however they put their songs, that'll be song placement for me, because
no, I might have
that was Manny Fresh's downfall, was the song placement. Some songs he just didn't need to place, and some songs he just didn't play. Some songs he needed to play. Like,
I don't know. I think my thing is like, with Manny first, like I said, my fault with him, or what I thought was his fault, was the diversity. Like I know you produced for T.I., for all these rappers and stuff. Like, play me something like with Alicia Keys. Play me something with, you know what I'm saying, Jennifer Lopez. Play me something.
Right.
Play me something with like Pitbull or something like that. Like,
Right.
Scott Storch was pulling out songs that I did not know he produced.
But Scott Storch kind of cheated a little bit, only because it was some songs that he didn't really produce. He was like a co-producer on it. So I get it, but
even if we take them songs out too, I still got.
If he was on it, he was on it. That's all I'm saying.
I still got Scotty winning, because
Scotty definitely won that one.
He had a.
Yeah, he definitely won that one, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's battle rap, man. And speaking about battle rap in a more sense, recently, Math Hoffa was just on Drink Champions.
Shout out Drink Champs.
Shout out Drink Champs for that. They always got some good interviews. Them joints be long as hell. But I'm gonna tell you,
niggas' attention span is short.
Yeah, man. Once I see 2 hours 20 minutes, I'm like, I'm gonna watch it 20 minutes. I can give you 20. I'm gonna give you 20. But the other 2, I don't know if I can do that. Can't do it.
Yeah.
I might have to catch the highlights.
Yeah. And
But,
definitely on the highlights, something that was spoken about was, battle rap slaves, and how you could become essentially like a slave to doing battle rap. And they kind of like elaborated on it, and I kind of see it like, Math definitely has some points, because I kind of see it like how the record labels were back in the day,
right?
Like they signed you, they flew you out, they booked you hotels, you know what I mean? You never had to pay for these, right? Yet it was coming out of your, your budget, XYZ.
Right.
You produce the product, whether it be a single, whether it be an album, whatever, and they would own it, like, completely.
Yeah.
Including masters, including your royalties, and you just get like an upfront check, and you try to survive to the next album.
Exactly.
So, in a sense, like,
Exactly. They wouldn't give them no profits. They wouldn't give them no interest in the ticket sales.
No.
But this right here, I understand what Math is saying. I really do. But when you look at people like Loaded Lux,
right,
Hollow the Don,
right,
Arsenal, and I'm just going to stick with those 3, because those 3 everybody knows. So
right.
Those 3 all have something to do extra outside of, they're battle rapping and they're getting paid to battle rap, but they all make sure that they are part of the business side behind the battle rap, and that's why they make even more money. That's why it's just different. There's broke battle rappers, and then there's battle rappers who know what to do with their money and know how to use their influence to make even more money, because they're not willing to be a slave. Hollow the Don battles when he wants to. Arsenal battles when he wants to. Loaded Lux battle when he wants to.
And they can go and battle wherever they want to.
Battle wherever they want, is because when they go out, they're going to get some type of stake in that company, as far as like, when this battle drops, I want some of the ticket sales. I want a certain percentage of the ticket sales, and that's just smart business. When, what I mean, like, when you are like you said, with battle rapping, or even in music, like those people back in the day, they didn't read the contract. They didn't read the contract.
They just signed them.
They weren't business minded.
Yeah.
They were cool with what people were giving you, and that is a part that you got to understand. Like, watching like TLC, their thing, how they fell apart. Like, just watching that was heartbreaking, because you're thinking like, they got all these #1 hits, but they broke. Tupac had all this music, but he was broke. You know what I mean? Like, he died broke. Yeah, so it's like,
had to sign his life to,
exactly
sign his life over.
So
to
you gotta, because you're just willing to take whatever they're giving you, but you're not willing to go back and be like, hey, I need a little bit more stake. If I'm bringing in money, I need a little bit money off top from this. Like, you making X amount of dollars, I need a little piece of that, because they're not coming to see you, they're coming to see me. And I feel like that's what battle rappers need to start doing with certain, especially with like companies that are making a lot of money. If a company can afford to pay 20 battle rappers $7,000-8,000, that company's making some money.
No, you know
what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think about it.
That.
Like, you know how hard it is to pay. I pay battle rappers now, like, so I know how hard it is to pay battle rappers. So, and I'm not even paying the major battle rappers, like the major ones. I'm not paying $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 for you to battle. You know what I mean? Well, I'm paying something, and what I'm paying is nowhere near that, but it's still enough to be like, hey, this is not easy. It's not, you know what I mean? So, because I'm not making we're not making as much as the other company.
Right.
So, but I'm saying, like, if you gotta think about it like that. Everything is business. Everything is money. We all making it. We all getting it. But if you are a battle rapper and this is your brand, this is your business, you gotta treat it as such, and just don't take what you given. You gotta ask for a little bit more.
You gotta negotiate. It goes back to what you were saying in the beginning. Like, you know, I think, like, or even the example that I made with the record label industry and stuff like that. Like, you know, they get, you know, poor disenfranchised people who have talent that when they offer them $100,000 up front, they think, yo, that's the most money they've seen in their life. So of course they jump on it, they sign a contract. They're like, I'm about to start living my dream. You know what I'm saying? And then they get put in and you know, in turn become a slave without knowing. But if you're more business savvy, you don't have to sign a contract because it's in front of you. You can make revisions. You could put clauses in there. You get your own lawyer to look it over and be like, hey, you know what? I'll do this and fulfill these. But if you can't meet my needs with this, then that's a breach of contract, and you have a safety net to break out. But that all goes with being business savvy. A lot of the people that come into the fold, or they don't know that. You know what I'm saying? They just don't know that. You know what I'm saying? They're not privy to that information. They don't know where they can look to find out this information. Willingly signed up for something. It's like joining the army. You know, everything is in black and white, and then you go and you get your legs and feet blown off, and then they're not giving you the proper benefits because XYZ. Well, everything was stated in the contract. So if you don't do your due diligence to protect yourself, which you don't have to always sign the first contract that you're given. You can make renegotiations, send it back. If they like it, they might renegotiate something, send it back to where y'all meet in the middle, and to try to move forward. You know, so you could easily become a slave, but at the same time, you have to take accountability for what you're signing up for, because like you said earlier, you don't have to take what's being given to you. You know what I'm saying? Everything that glitters isn't gold, and you shouldn't just take it because it's in front of you. You know, like, always make sure that it's like boxing, protect yourself at all times. So it's like, I get what Math was saying. You know, you could definitely become a slave in battle rap, you know what I'm saying, to where all you're doing is battle rapping to make ends meet, and you can't do anything else. You can't go to another league. You can't brand yourself here and there and stuff. But these are all like the due diligence, you know, branding yourself, marketing yourself, having something to bring to the table. You know, you mentioned Hollow the Don earlier. You know, like when Hollow battles, in the beginning of the URL trailer, they have the LOM clothing. They're promoting that. I'm pretty sure that he puts that in his contract. He doesn't beg or plead for them. Like, he puts it in his contract because he knows he's gonna have to only take what they're giving him here. But you know what? He's gonna make money on the back end because people are gonna buy those LOM clothing and they're gonna support his merchandise, which, you know, however the split goes, whether he's getting all of it or whatever, this is all in negotiations when you're building a contract. A contract should never be one-sided, and you should never feel obligated to sign a contract just because it is placed in front of you. So
that is so true.
You know, so Math had some points, but you know, like, to play devil's advocate, that's what I would say. You know, like, you have to do your due diligence, you know, or else you can easily become a slave. And a lot of people have become slaves from when they started record labels. You know, they're dying broke. They have no money, yet they sold a bunch of singles. You know, like the TLC situation that you brought up. You know what I mean? You know, they're giving you all these cars and stuff, but you don't realize that's your money that they're spending to give you that, but they're presenting it as something else. Like, yo, here's a gift for you, but it's really not a gift.
Right.
It's something that I bought with your money, with the royalties that I'm getting off of you, and I'm going to have these until 20 years, 10 years. You know, Jay-Z had to buy his own masters back from Blueprint 2, I think, so he could do Blueprint 3 or one of the blueprints. It was either 2 or 3. He had to buy his own masters back.
Yep.
Just so he could continue dropping albums, but at that point he learned the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's about. You got to learn the game. You got to be more business minded. You got to understand those certain things. Like, you can't just take what anybody give you. You know what I'm saying? Because a closed mouth don't get fed. Like, if you just taking what they feeding you, then that's just what it is. But if you got a bigger appetite, then you need to speak up on it and try to get more piece of the pie. Then don't just take this little piece of slice. You need to, hey man, listen, this little slice ain't big enough for me. I'm a big guy. I need more. I need 2, 3 more slices of this pie.
More or less,
something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. You got to do that because companies are not just going to give you anything. They're not going to just outright. Companies can play like they care, but what companies really just going to outright just give you every single thing?
There's no friendship.
You're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to put business moves in and implicate it. You're going to have to do that. Like, that's just what we have to do as just entertainers, not just entertainers, just everything in life. We just have to
as a businessman, business person, if you have a brand or anything, you know, like, you have to make those kind of negotiations. You gotta have clauses in there. You gotta have renegotiations as well. You know, you gotta be like, after so long, if I haven't made this, we gotta renegotiate. Or if I become this big of a star, we gotta renegotiate, because you can't keep paying me $1,000 to battle and I'm the super battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But it also too, they can if that's what you signed up for.
If that's what you signed up for, and that's all you know,
you don't know where you're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if you're gonna sell 10 million albums or not. But once you sell 10 million, and you still gotta drop 2 more albums to fulfill your contract, and you're still getting the same amount of money like they just found you in the street.
Exactly.
You signed up for that.
You definitely signed up for that. They signed you for 3-4 battles. Yeah, and
at the same going rate, no matter how big you got, no matter if you on ESPN, no matter if you on Wildin' Out, this is what we gonna pay you until the contract is done.
Exactly.
And then when the contract is done, then by that time they've already made, you know, you're gonna be. It's kind of like with Lil Uzi and his contract deal, to where like he became this big star, and then he starts beefing with the people who signed him, or even like Rich the Kid, or like, you see us happen so many times where artists are begging to get out of these contracts that they willingly, sound, body, and mind, agreed and signed. But now that they see they're worth more than what they originally are, and they want more, well, they can't give you that. You still have to fulfill the contract. And by that time, who knows if you're still relevant?
That's true. It is, you know, I feel like the music industry, a lot of people did catch on to that, you know, which brought on a lot of independent record labels. So that right there is really good, because if battle rap people took that into their own mind and used it in battle rap, I think it would be better for them as well, because you gotta think, like, these people smartened up. These people were like, hey, we don't need big record labels to do such and such. We don't need this, that, and the third to be this big. We can go out there and do tour shows and make more money. You know, we can go do tours. We can put out mixtapes. We can do different things. We don't need a label to do certain things for us. But when you don't know what to do or how to get there, then you just gonna take what you can get, and that's just what it is. And it's just, some people just have to be like that. Not everybody is business minded. Not everybody's gonna, you know, want to be that Hollow Gone or Loaded Lux. Everybody's not gonna want to be that. So, and that's fine. That's why we need balance. We don't need everybody. We don't need a bunch of Hollow Dons running around. We don't need a bunch of stuff like that. But for those who want to do it and know that they deserve more, you gotta know your worth. Like you said, know your value, know your worth, and know what you should be getting. Like, hey, if you're giving me this and I'm this big, I need a little bit more money, because this is not equaling out. Like, you got to do the math You gotta look at other people's contracts. You gotta just how like the NFL, and the NFL is a lot of NFL contracts are based on other people's contracts. That's what you gotta realize. Is like that's how it is. It's not as you in the next man's pocket, but it's like, hey, if this team values this person this much, and I'm doing more than that person, and they getting paid more than me, then what am I doing? We gotta talk about it. Yeah, exactly. We gotta have a conversation. Exactly. Meet me in my office. No, I'll meet you in your office.
Like, yeah, we gonna have to have a conversation. I mean, and more or less, that's basically it. Like you have to compare and contrast what's going on around you to come out with the best price point value that makes sense for everybody. Because at the end of the day, it should be like an even exchange. You know, if I get on a platform that has millions of subscribers and I know I'm going to be seen to millions of people, then I understand that they're gonna bring notoriety to me. You know what I'm saying? But also too, I have to plan accordingly. I can't just say, well, just because they're bringing notoriety to me, that doesn't say anything about your likability. You know, how people are going to grow on you. Because if a million people see you and a million people love you, yes, that opportunity was presented to you, but those million people love you because of you. Right. So for you to grow, you have to set things in place to protect yourself and to protect your brand, and always think about what's the next step. Like, you know, life's a game of chess. You got to be 3, 4, 5 moves ahead. You can't just be thinking about the next move. And I feel like sometimes we can be short-sighted in the business aspect and just worried about what's in front of us now. Like, if I jump this square, you know what I'm saying, they off the board. Exactly. But, you know, that's checkers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got to play the long game, man. Yeah, like, that's what it's.
You got to set up traps.
I understand life is short, but you got to play the long game.
Defense.
Exactly.
You know?
You got to expect to live long and expect the best for everything. People just expect the worst and expect little things to happen for them, so that's why they live for the moment. And that's that. I understand living for the moment. I get it, but I also live for the future. You know what I mean? In a lot of aspects of my life, I have children. If I didn't have children, I probably would be like everybody else. I wouldn't care.
I'd be wilding out.
Like I'd be wilding out. I probably wouldn't be in front of this camera right now. Like I'd be somewhere else. Like so, but because I want to do different things and I want to be the best I can be. Not just for me and my children, but just because that's who I want to be and that's what I want to present to the world. Because I feel like I have something to give to the world. Then I'm going to work for it. You know what I'm saying? And nobody is going to pay me any less or pay me anything that I'm not worth. You're going to pay me for what I'm worth. Like that's just what it is. I bought this camera and I made a lot of money from this camera. You know, and I still make money from the camera. And that's just what it is because I know my camera's worth. When I buy this camera, I put in work. And somebody asks me how much do I charge for such and such, I tell them because that's how much I'm worth. So can't nobody tell me any different. Like I'm my boss. You know what I mean? I'm my own boss. That's what. If you're gonna be that, even in a battle rap or music anyway, that is your business.
I mean, it's your brand.
It's your brand. You know what I'm saying? So
you gotta protect your brand. Like,
so make some money. Like negotiate your contracts. Make sure these people are paying you right. Like. I tell some battle rappers that are just starting out, like some people are like, oh, I need to get paid this. Like you haven't paid no dues. And once you pay some dues, then you deserve some money.
Yeah,
and that's just what it is.
And that's the thing too. Like I'm not trying to say like you're an up and coming artist and you get a contract and you shouldn't sign it just because you know you're not. You think you're gonna be hot shit. Like no, it's like the first deal. It's always the worst deal. It's like when you get locked up and they give you a plea deal. The first deal that they give you is always fucked up. It's always fucked up. They got better deals that they can give you, but they're gonna see if you're gonna bite on that one. Okay?
Right.
Now you could do one or two things. You could throw pushback, and then you may never get that opportunity again. And that's you got to gamble with that. You got to take your own chances. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in life the same opportunities present themselves in different forms at different times all the time. It's a revolving door. Okay. Right. Or you take the first contract, but you make sure you protect yourself. You know, you only sign for a short period of time, or you put those clauses like, yo, if this doesn't work out, if I'm not here, this that, like where it's sensible. If I'm a battle rapper, I'm getting signed right now, I'm not gonna be like, I want to be the face of URL in a year, and if that doesn't happen, we gotta renegotiate. Like, no, it has to make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, but do things that are going to protect you in the long run. Because when you see a ship is sinking, the best thing to do is to get on abandoned ship.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, you see
Get
the
your
water,
life jacket
put
on.
your light in. You know what I'm saying? Get your dinghy ready. Start, and start going overboard. Like, but you always have to just, protect yourself. Be business savvy, be business orientated. You know what I'm saying? Protect your brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you go by, whether you're a musician or artist, you do clothing. Protect your brand.
Clothing.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. By the way, shout out Keys. Colors.
Shout him out one more time.
You know what I'm saying? Keys. Go ahead, follow him on Instagram. It's gonna be like somewhere here.
This is branding, guys.
Somewhere here. You know what I mean? Like, get your merch. Do everything. Show up and battle in your merch. Shoot videos with, I shoot a video with nothing but Keys clothing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like protect your investment and make the proper negotiations. Like I said, that makes sense. Like, hey, I'll wear your clothing. If I get this and that, whoop de whoop, or if you promote me on your page, or if you put me as one of your models, like, you can make all these negotiations to where it's fair, to where you're getting more than just an upfront payment and then never receiving anything else. Because like Math was saying, like, yes, you could definitely be a slave. There's definitely slaves to battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Battle rappers that are just clearly slaves. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because these things aren't implemented, or they weren't privy to them. But it's never too late.
That is so true.
It's never too late, because once your brand is at a certain point, you can almost do whatever you want. That's why Surf can come back and say he want $20,000-$30,000,
right?
And he gonna get it, and then he gonna drop, and he gonna drop a mixtape on iTunes, or an album on iTunes. He gonna drop a video. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, he can do whatever.
It's a snowball effect.
It's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The first part, he's battle rapping. Second part, he's putting out music. Third part, he's selling merch. He's selling albums. You understand? Like, he's already business minded. He's already thought all those steps out ahead of time. You know what I mean? Like, he's not worried about losing a battle. Y'all worried about that. He's not worried about that. He's like, hey, I'm gonna come out there and make $30,000 just to speak to somebody. You understand?
For 9 minutes.
For 9 minutes.
6 minutes most of the time.
Who can do that? You understand? Like, you can't. So he's not worried about that. What he is worried about is the other stuff. You know what I mean? Making sure his music good, making sure merch is good, making sure the business stuff is good. But that's what you gotta do, and that's just what life is about, man. Like, if you really want to be in business, because we all in business. Because I feel like when you are an artist, that is, like you said, that's a brand, that's your business.
Yep.
So you gotta treat it as such. You're only gonna get as far as what you're willing to do and how far you're willing to go with stuff. And if you're not willing to speak up on your own behalf and get more money or get other things involved, then you're gonna forever be the slave. You're gonna be the slave. Don't what they say? Don't work for money. Make money work for you.
Make money work for you. Yes.
Do that.
Yes.
You can sit back and make some money. After they battle. Exactly. After they battle, they selling their music, and then they sleeping and stuff. They making money.
They sleeping in iTunes.
They waking up to account depositors.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So you gotta think about that. You gotta.
Their merch is selling. They waking up. They done sold 100 hoodies.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But they battled 2.5 months ago, 3 months, a month ago,
and still getting cashed out.
3 months later, you haven't battled yet. You're still receiving money. Now they done dropped the battle, and they see the merch. They hear the song. Your song on the intro of the battle or something like that. Like, oh man, oh shit, I ain't.
Right, they start checking for you. Different aspects, man. Like, it's like 50. It's like 50 Cent speaking outside battle rap. Like, 50 Cent is a perfect person. Like, he branded himself, marketed himself, and now he's into, he's like, okay, well, music is not the niche for me anymore. People are not really rocking with it. So what is he doing? He reinvented himself. Now he's making all these movies and shows and stuff. Like, all these good shows he's putting out. It's like, you got to think, like, because he knows business.
Nigga had video games.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, he knows what to do, man. Like, that's what it's about. You gotta know what to do and know how to move within the money pool, and that's what it's about, man. Like, if you're gonna be in business and you want to make some money, make some money. But if you want to be a slave, that's what you want to do with your life. I guess that's okay for you, but for me, I'm not gonna be a slave to anybody, and that's just what it is. Like, I'm gonna make sure my kids won't be slaves. They're gonna know business, and they're gonna have their own businesses. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. So,
yeah, 'cause if it ain't right, it ain't right, man.
It ain't, man. It definitely ain't.
No.
Mhm.
It ain't right. It ain't right. Like, but I mean, I think I said all I needed to say today.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this was good, man. Like, y'all stay tuned next week, man. We're gonna drop another one on y'all. I'm definitely gonna do a recap on the New Jersey Twork K-Shine battle.
Oh yeah, I will be there. I'm gonna make sure I check that out.
Oh yeah.
Make sure I check that out as soon. Hopefully somebody leak it on. You know, I don't know. You know, the last time they did something on caffeine, you couldn't rewatch the battle.
Yeah, you can't rewatch it.
Like, hopefully, it's somebody out there who got the battle. So you know, I'm gonna find them.
Somebody recorded it.
I'm gonna find them, and I'm gonna watch it. Yeah. So you know, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna read the comments. And you know, I'm gonna go in the social media sphere. You know what I'm saying? Instagram gonna be popping, Twitter gonna be popping. You know, niggas gonna talk. Niggas talk. So
we talking about it.
We gonna find out. I'm gonna try to find the link somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You know, so
we gonna get it. But yeah, man, y'all stay tuned, man. Subscribe to OSBL, our Society Battle League, Wing Team Radio, BUTV. You know, man, Rose, KS, we out.
Yeah. Kingston said. Yeah. I'm in my zone. Yeah, what it is, right? Yeah. Just me.